Buongiorno, it's Alyssa from Romewise, your go-to guide to Rome, and today we are continuing our VIP series, very interesting people, with my wonderful friend and fabulous YouTube star, Zoey Arielle. So, we are here on this cute little street in Monti in Rome, which is actually where we met. I would love to talk to you about Zoey and her life in Rome and very exciting news she has coming up. So, ready? Here we go. All right, so here we are with Zoey Arielle in Rome, and Zoey, I am so excited to know you. When I first met Zoey, it was on a tour right on the street, and I remember asking her, "Oh, what blog do you have?" And she said, "Oh, I have a YouTube channel," and I thought, "Oh, that's nice." I had no idea that I was in the presence of YouTube fame over here. So I know you're modest about it. If you haven't been following Zoey, you need to go follow her right now. So I'm going to let Zoey tell you a little bit about her channel.
So my name is Zoey Arielle Poulsen, but on YouTube and Instagram I'm known as Zoey Arielle. It's my middle name. And I have a channel all about self-improvement and travel, and the past few years I've been documenting my life in Rome. So Alyssa's definitely on the channel. She's made some appearances and more to come. But my journey and my work and my fulfillment comes from self-improvement content.
Also, Zoey has 4 published books. So the first book I read remains my favorite, which is Beauty in the Breakdown. And can you just tell us what that book is about?
Yeah, so this book is like an edited version of my journal, I suppose, of the year before I moved to Rome. So it goes through all the seasons, and it highlights a lot of interesting events that happened in my life that led me to finally make the big leap of moving to Rome, Italy. I was living in Toronto at the time, and I was in the corporate world working in marketing, and I just wasn't happy or fulfilled with my life. And so this just documents the journey of how I got from, point A to point B to Roma. So.
And one thing that stuck with me to this day, because it just, I just even, get chills thinking about it, is this incident that you had on an airplane where you nearly died.
Yes, I was on a red-eye from Toronto to Phoenix, where I was going to meet my family for Christmas holidays. What happened was the plane had an electrical fire on it, so the cabin started filling with smoke, the masks came down.
So stressful.
2 pressure valves broke, and the plane dropped from the sky, blew my eardrums, we're in the mask. I really thought that I was going to die in those moments, I guess.
I can't help but think that that's one of the big contributing factors to who you are today.
Definitely, yeah.
And how mature she is. Zoey is one of the most grounded, most level-headed, and very wise beyond your years people that I know. Which leads me to the next thing that we want to talk about, which is Zoey's next steps. She's leaving us in Rome. I'm heartbroken. I know I'm smiling because we're doing a video, but yeah. I'm heartbroken.
I'll be back.
But Zoey has a path, and I think it's really exciting. So can you tell us about this next phase of your life?
Yeah, so I'm moving towards life coaching, and this is something I've always wanted to do, but of course I needed to gain my experience to do so. And this next year I'm going to be taking a course to become certified through the IPEC program, and I'm really looking forward to it because as much as I said I love writing about self-improvement, creating videos about self-improvement, I really want to be able to see that in someone else, and I'm really looking forward to helping other people make their leaps of faith in life and go find their Rome and live their adventures out and just believe in themselves that they can do it. I want to be part of that journey for them.
Well, I think if anybody is qualified to do this, even without having taken the class, it is Zoey. She's very, very intelligent. She's very tuned into people, and she gets what's going on with them. So I think that she's going to be super successful in this next endeavor. But she also has a few more things going on right now.
So on my YouTube channel, I definitely have a lot of videos on the law of attraction. I put all of my best practices and tips into a guidebook called Manifest Miracles. And yeah, it's available online. Worldwide.
So there's another book in the works, which I can't wait to read because it's not like all the others. It's
no,
a novel, right?
This is my first novel, and I'm really looking forward to it because it is a travel, adventure, and love story, and I've definitely tied in little bits of my own experiences into this novel. So I'm hoping to finish it this year, but we'll see. I mean, I can't put pressure on that creativity, so.
But I'm excited to read it.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
Melissa.
since we're in Rome, and before you leave Rome, I want to talk to you a little bit about your life in Rome, your experience in Rome. Tell us about dating in Rome. And then she, by the way, has a ton of videos on all of these topics on her channel, so we're not going to spend too long. We just want to just get the nitty-gritty.
So dating in Rome has been an experience, that's for sure. The wonderful thing about dating in Rome is that no matter where you are, where you're going out for a date, you have this beautiful romantic backdrop that is the city. And it doesn't matter what time of year it is, Rome is just spectacular in the evening all the time. And dating, it's been an experience. There's definitely cultural differences, language barriers sometimes, but you live and you learn. It's been a very rewarding experience, and I've met some really incredible people. I didn't quite find love, but that's
There's
okay.
time for that.
There's time for that.
So tell us about your experience eating vegan in Rome.
I think the perception a lot of people have coming from North America, they just automatically think Italy, cheese, meat, like all over your pizza. But for me, I'll get veggie pizza without the cheese, or pizza marinara, which doesn't have cheese. And there's always side dishes that are just vegetables that are prepared really nicely. And so I haven't had too much of a problem. I haven't felt restricted.
So another thing I want to touch on, even though I know you've talked about it in your videos, but everybody's probably wondering, how did you come to live in Rome? How did you legally live here and have a life for yourself in Rome?
Yeah, so when I first moved here, I got the working holiday visa, which is available for Canadians. Under the age of 30, you're allowed to apply for this visa and move abroad to Italy for 1 year. And in that time, you have to get your permesso di soggiorno when you get to the other side. And this gives you the opportunity to work for 6 months legally if you would like to. I au paired when I first moved here, and that gave me the opportunity to live with an Italian family, learn the language and the culture a little bit better, and honestly, I wouldn't have had it any other way. And then after that, after my working holiday visa expired, I had to go back to Canada for about 3 months. And then I applied for the student visa, which meant that I had to enroll myself into Italian classes. And the student visa is the one that I'm currently on right now. But after I fulfilled 6 months of full-time school, I was able to renew for 1 full year with part-time school. So it's all about doing your research, but as a Canadian, yes, unfortunately, because I haven't found love yet, I have to keep going through the paperwork. So it's just a matter of getting all your ducks in a row and making sure that everything's filled out appropriately. And I don't know.
Follow Zoe's advice. You gotta manifest it, right?
Yeah, you gotta manifest it.
What is the one thing you're gonna miss the most about Rome?
The people, definitely the people, like you, Melissa. That's for sure.
I'm gonna miss her so much.
I know. I'm trying not to think about it because I'm a few days out of leaving and it's emotional. But definitely the people. I've made some incredible friends who are more like family. So, yeah.
And just to wrap this up, if you could tell somebody the one thing that they should not miss when they come to Rome, what would that be?
That would be to go watch the sunset from a beautiful view. One of my favorites is Pincio, which is Villa Borghese, and another is Gianicolo, and we're going to see a beautiful sunset tonight. Rome is just such a beautiful city. When you're walking through it, you just feel so enchanted, but then when you can see the sunset over the city and see all of the rooftops, the terraces, the domes, it's just incredible. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Yeah.
So that concludes this video with Zoey Arielle. Thank you so much, Zoey, for
thank you for having me, Alyssa.
This interview with me, and for all the wonderful times together. And can't wait to hear about your adventures moving forward and for your return to Rome.
Yes.
So, you guys, please follow her if you don't already. She's amazing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like below if you did, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So we will see you at the next one. Ciao.
Ciao.
For now.